Hi everybody, welcome back to Homestead in the Woods, episode 20 with me, Sid. And last episode we went to the Nether and we got, hang on, these blaze burners. We got a load of other stuff, but that was what we were after. And I need to use one of these, but we need to use it with a mixing bowl. It was a mixing bowl? No. Okay, let me just have a look at the create. Basin. We need a mechanical mixer over a basin. That's the beastie we need. So I need some iron. Just give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. We're going to chuck those under. Not going to be doing this for much longer. My plan today is to try and get us to the point where a lot of our create stuff is powered. But to do that we need some bits. So we need a mixer. So that should give me most of what we need. But what we're going to do is we're going to try something, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that, I just need to sort something out quickly. But in the meantime, I have gone and quickly thrown in a floor down here and some stairs up. So this bit here is crying out for a water wheel. Got one distraction, it's another. I've got a cat at the door now, I ain't going to ignore him. He can wait now. So what we're going to do is we are going to try. I will stick one in there. That will be where our water bucket will go. So put our water bucket there, which of course I have got them with me. Right. I was going to say of course I haven't got with me, but oh boom. I know what I've just done. Yep, I knew I had. I mean, that S-tree isn't a major issue because I'm going to be chucking a water source down there soon anyway. Tell you what we'll do is we'll do this from above. It's probably safer. We can do something similar in that tower should we need an additional one as well. That's where a lot of this becomes advantageous. What we do need to do, however, is respawn safe that, and then what we would have here is, so I'm just trying to work this out. What we need is we need brass. So brass is made by putting copper and zinc into a mixer over a blaze burner, and we get brass ingots out. Don't think we need to faff around with anything fancy, we just need to make the hoofer, and we bring that straight down and we put the blaze burner there and everything is good and happy, in theory. Let us have a look. What did I need? Brass ingot, we need a basin. That's the beastie. So we've got you, we've got you, we've got you. Maybe take some fuel. Drop off some of that. And that will go a long way. 2. So then I just need 2 axles, don't I? Couple of axles and the actual stuff we need to make the thing, so copper and zinc. Copper and zinc. How much will I need? A stack might not be a bad idea. Shaft in this one, isn't it? Axles in Vintage Story. And yeah, so then we can get these in here, and no, didn't bring any scaffolding with me, did I? That should work. Why is that not connecting? That's the right thing, isn't it? Yes. Because it comes in from the side. Okay, that's simple enough to fix then. I'm going to need a gear, but I probably need to put myself some kind of steps or something next to this. Because yeah, we need a, oh no, we just need a gear. Okay. See, I thought that was driven from the top, because it kind of makes sense that it would be driven from the top of a rotational cog, not a gear, just the one. And let me just take a couple of those. So I think we should be more or less there. Pop a wooden thing here, we can pop those in. Why is that not working? Not rotating with enough speed. Do I need to put in a big gear? Then we'll probably gear it down and then put in a okay, more thingies. Oh well, no one ever said this was going to be easy, although that should be about as easy as it bloody well gets. We can take a big gear, we'll take a number of those, we'll work this out. That's what this is all about after all. So if we take you down, and then we yeah, that's too low now though, isn't it? Oh no, that's right, we don't need you there, we need you on the side. Nope. Lower still. Still not enough speed. Okay, how am I going to handle that then? Not entirely sure. Windmill would seem to be the obvious solution, wouldn't it? We can leave you in anyway, because I can potentially use that elsewhere. Windmill we can possibly stick on another thing. Right, we're back to square one. Let me put our component parts away. We might as well keep these because we're going to want them at some point. We're definitely going to want all of that and maybe those. Let's have a look at windmills then. I think we're going to have to get down this route. Windmill bearing. That's cheap enough. Sail frame. And it's going to be the wool that catches us out, isn't it? Because I don't think I have a lot. No, I don't. So I think I'm going to have to go and catch sheep and breed sheep. Well, I suppose it gives us an excuse to build a sheep farm, doesn't it? Let's quickly sleep the night away. I mean, originally I only need 2 sheep, but if I can get more than more sheep, then so much the better. Let's go and take check your perimeter, and let's see what and who we've got hiding up and around over here, shall we? I think there's a creeper over there. Another one of them big ball things. What I am looking for is sheepies. There's a sheep there. I am not going in there after a sheep. I'm sure there'll be more sheep down this way. So let's go and deal with that creeper and go and find some sheeps. You're not a sheep, you are a duck. That's not my cow. Oh, you get. Everybody's favourite job, filling in a creeper hole. I think that's the first one I've inadvertently set off this season, or this series I should say, not season. Right, anyway, I'm going to go sheepy hunting. I will be back shortly. And now, of course, the not fun bit, the kiting them back. I've got a cow, so that'll be handy for getting me milch for when I want to inevitably get rid of the illager curses. I'm only really bothered about these 2 sheep though. I suppose I could have just stuck a boat down, that might have been easier. Still, come on. This is going to take a short while, so I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright, I got some sheep over. I got 1 cow. That's the minutes I need for now. But we will have to do the rest of those. I need to think about a build style or palette. I think I'm going to use a bit of jungle luggage. Night's falling, so we'll have a look at what else we've got to make barns with. Barns. Let's have a look. What can I do with a tuff? Tuff can be made into polished. Oh, you can make it into... That might be worthwhile. Don't suppose we have vertical slabs, do we? That would be asking too much, wouldn't it, really, I suppose? And I don't think we have a saw in this one, do we? Only the universal sawmill, which I think will not even touch that. Now we can come in here and do... Now what do I like? I like that kind of that chaotic one there. Just as an interesting little counterpoint piece. We're going to need some walls and stuff as well, but let's go and think about structures. Don't want to be too Chinesey on every single building, so that's a no-no. Got a little bit of wheat on me so we can keep breeding them. I've bred them once, so we've got 3 sheep now. We've got 1 baby and 2 adults. I didn't bring any things. So I am thinking that what we'll do is we'll come out from here 2 blocks. And I think we'll do this about here, maybe. So we're going to go straight up like that. Then we'll have a 3, and then we'll have a 3, and then we'll have a 3. So that'll be our bit where we put the shears and stuff. Then from here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but we're going to come up a little bit higher, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oops. So that will be, this will be the barn for the sheep, this will be the space for me, and then we shall not like that, but maybe come in a little bit there. So this would be, probably don't even want that to be wood. I need more of this, aren't I? Yeah, definitely going to need a little bit more. We'll put some kind of blank windows in there. This will be make up the fence, so we'll stick a fence around here. That will go across. Yeah, I just need to decide on a roof material and some trim now, and but that's kind of what we're going with. So let me do a little bit of work on that, and I shall be back with you in a sec. Alright, well, I've said it before and I say it again, get the basics down first. Basics are what make a build. Need some of those. So once you've got that in, everything else becomes fairly easy. You know, decoration becomes easy, ideas of what it'll look like on the inside becomes easy. All of this stuff just falls into place and does its thing as it should do. So for example, we'll pop a lantern there straight away. We've got lots of coarse dirt and podzol, so we'll take the podzol because that's supposed to be the poopy bits. So that will only really be in here. We'll scatter a little bit coming out. Yeah, and then one there. Then take the coarse dirt and fill in the gaps. Again, we can come out a little bit around here. I realise it's dark in here right now, but that's fine. We'll address that in a moment. That can be just coarse dirt. In fact, we'll bring the coarse dirt out a little bit there as well. Then I brought some of these. I thought these would make interesting beams. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3. And then we can't hang one from there. That's interesting. Okay. I mean, it's not very interesting, but you know, interesting nonetheless. So that gives us a lit area. I think maybe over there might be a bit problematic, but again, I'm not too worried. We've got some troughs. Which we can pop down. Doors, which can go in. This is just lattice. And then what I want to do is, and again this is so I want this to be 2. Let's chop these out a bit. I don't want this to be a uniform pattern to the thing, and then we'll pop that in there. From here I'm going to stick in a fence gate, a fence or there, just to block that, and then we'll grab some of you. And we can connect the garden up here, run our path down the side, and also into here. I'll leave a little bit of grass in. That gives us a starting point, and then we can continue on with this. Now this is going to start to curve around here. We're going to put a pond in there, we're going to have some trees, we're going to make it look all pretty, and the sheep will be happy little sheeps. The pond, by the way, genius idea here, is will help us get the sheeps out of here. So let's do similarly up here. Try and leave a few of these bits in. So we can something like that works nicely. And then we can make sure that this is nicely illuminated. Not too illuminated, you know, a little bit. I'll probably bring some shears and we'll grab some of this and bring this in. However, right now what we can do is we can get our dirt and free the sheep. Take this a little bit. I'll get some sand as well, just to like that maybe. I think that should be. It doesn't need to be deep. It just needs to have a little bit of shape to it. A little bit of, I think some hay bales wouldn't go amiss. A tree, like I've said, we can bone meal up this grass, and I think we should be cooking with gas. Yeah, let me feed them too. There we go, we got a baby, and we just need to do a bit more decorating in here. I'm going to go and grab the bits. I'll be back in a second. I'll also get some shears, that might be useful. Alright, we're getting there steadily. I've stuck a pond in, and obviously we've now got some sand, we've got a few lilies, we've got some sugar cane growing, and I'm growing this cherry tree, but I wanted to make sure that it is a reasonably you see, that wouldn't have been overly tall if I'd have done that the way. So by popping that in, we get, I think, I love the cherry tree, the effect that has with the blossom. Oh, they've all grown up as well. So I think we'll probably get like 8 or 10 sheep. I don't think we need a lot. But that will give us the infrastructure to work on this. Now let's go in here, take out those, grab that, put you in, and you in, and then we've got a nice little lit. I think we can pop a little bit of I probably want to thin this out a bit, to be honest. Just because bone meal tends to be a little bit overkill, I find. Is that better? Yeah, still a little bit too much. How's that? Yeah, that works. We've got a little bit of hay baleage, so we can stack that up there. Stack that there. You can't. There's no. The trick, or one of the things I find is just make sure that there's no way that the little buggers can escape. And then we can go and get some shearage on. Now I'm going to need quite a bit. I mean, 5 is not going to hack it, but these guys should do the trick for me. And then we can come here, you. I know it's a bit incestuous, but there you go. That's what's that? That's 6 now. So that'll be 12 on the next feed, although I've not got enough. And what we will do in here is I brought one of these, which will allow me to hang. I'll put some more up obviously, but I can hang shears from them, which is pretty sweet. Let's just place a few of these just to get them out of my inventory and make this place look a little bit more grown, I suppose is the word I'm looking for, isn't it? So we just need these sheep to keep growing wool, and we can start making the bit we wanted, which of course was the sail. If we can get to it. The 70. Problem is, wool gets used for a lot of things. Yeah, it's probably easier to do this. One piece of wool, one piece of zinc makes 2 windmill sails. That's actually not too bad, because I've got 24 windmill sails already. 28. Well, then we just need these fellas to keep munching on some grass, and we're good. Probably need to start thinking about a cow farm, and a chicken farm, and a pig farm, and all of the farms basically. But I also probably need to think about stealing a pile of wheat. Oh, ready for when these guys are ready to breed again. 159 seconds. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I think I need to make some of these. And I'm actually shy on sticks, believe it or not. That's easily addressed. This is not this is not Vintage Story after all. So let's go 20. If I do 4 by 4 would be 16. So if I do 32, perhaps I've run out of thing. Okay, we'll go with 26 then. Right, I need a windmill bearing. Which requires not enough. What am I missing? Those, no doubt. Oh, stone and slabs. Okay, well, we can get a slab. I've got slabs. You lied. And I've got stone. So according to that should give me a windmill bearing. Now let's ponder that. So windmill bearings attached to the block in front of them, and then you glue on what you want to make that work. So we're going to have to stick you out one because of the structure that I got, unless I glue them, which I could do. I've got glue after all. We can configure the rotation. Okay, we can right click the bearing anytime to stop and edit the structure. Alright, okay. So wall is a sail light block, presumably. And you can just... That's interesting. Did not know you could do that. I mean, put the, say, the harvester on the sail and just have it powered. Alright. So, I think what we need to figure out what we're going to use to have a look at dark oak as a building material and see what. So we've got dark oak lattice. I don't know whether that would count, or whether it would even make sense as a structure. I mean, they did it with gate trapdoors. But what else have we got to play with? Because obviously we're playing modded, so we have a range of options above and beyond. The items we would normally have. Wine bottle storage. Yeah. Actually, wasn't there double framed beam block? That's a frame. Yeah, that's not what I want. What did I... Let me just go and grab... I can't remember what they were called. Probably got a few of them though, and I made quite a lot. We had the jungle lattice. That was it. Timber cross brace. Might be a good start. We can go with dark oak stripped to come out. We're going to need glue. And we are going to need to sleep so I can play with the thing. Now these towers are weird because when I made the tower tops I made them even, which means that the windmills are going to be off centre. I also need some scaffold of some description, and we all know what that is. So if I were to come in here, I think this side is where my kind of planned. So I'm thinking we bring it in out there, which will be close to the top there, but that's fine. Now, do I want the windmill block inside or outside? I'm thinking inside, which means I need more strip blocks, but that's fine. So if I were to... No. And I have to get up there, aren't I? Let's just take out this and we can pop you in properly. Like that. Then you would have that there. But then we need to come out 2, which means I need another one of those. Possibly the possibly the all-sided ones. So for that, one of those. But I need to strip you. Well, that's fine. We can strip you in situ, can't we? Again, I've been playing so much Vintage Story, I keep on forgetting that in Minecraft you strip them by placing them and then right clicking with an axe. So like that. We need to glue those. And then, let's... One, two, three. Like that, perhaps. They're not... I don't know whether they're going to work or not. Well, there's only one way to find out. Is 3 big enough, or do I want 4? I think 4. That kind of works. Need to go up on the roof, of course. Also need to eat something. Oh, they're there, okay, that's fine. They're not doing me any harm over there. Now what I'm thinking is, let's just plan this out, because I don't know whether I'm going to have enough. Blocks. My thoughts were 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then do the same on that one. So we'll have... No, that's not going to work. Need to expand that. And then of course we've got to glue all of this. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So I definitely need to get up on the top to place that one and that one. I think that's right, and then we're going to have to get into glue it, but I need more sail, which means I'm going to have to go and deal with these guys. I have, however, got a bucket of milk ready, so that didn't work, did it? No. Hang on. I still want hovering around over there. Let's just deal with him. Where are you? What are you doing all the way over there, silly? Right, and then we can ensure that we clear that. Okay, dealt with those. Let's get back to this windmill. Never a moment's peace, I tell you. I mean, you would think that they'd kind of get the hint eventually, because, you know, we are kind of, that's the Illager equivalent of no cause sign on your door. Got a few emeralds out of it though, so mustn't complain, and a crossbow. Right, I need to get on the roof. like that. So, and I needed more things as well, didn't I? Oh, I need to get out that way. Good grief, this gets more complicated by the second. So what we're saying is, no, we're not saying that. I think we're doing 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then this will be 2, 3. We need to put on our fourth one at the top, don't we? So I need basically 3 more. Take a big old hit there. Well, that looks quite good. I'm happy enough with that. Let's just go and grab myself a few more bits of wool, and we'll have the windmill going on the side. Well, once I've glued it. Come here, you baggers. I need zinc alloy, don't I? Andesite alloy even. There you go. That'll get me what we only need 3 more. So we can get that. We can get those glued up, and well, I'll be back in a sec. All right, I need an alternative to these. They don't glue. There's always a risk. Modded blocks. You know, at the end of the day, Create wasn't built with those in mind, and that's fine. What we can do, however, is we can take some of those, and let's try. Nope. We want the carpenter's table. That's what we need. We do need to finish off this quest and get the last of these tables done as well. That would be, I think, a sensible thing to do. Something that's going to work in both orientations. I was hoping for a crossbeam block, but it doesn't look like there is such a thing. Natural dark oak planks. Go with that. Not quite what I had in mind, but you know. Now here's a stupid question. They don't break, that's fine then. Not keen on my touch, I have to take out that middle block as well. Damn you. I knew it was just waiting for me. Can I do that? Oh, hang on. So, interesting. I mean, not hugely interesting, but actually, while we're here, do we have to... Well, we'll play it safe and do it. Yeah, so if I try and do those, won't have them. So that's your limitation behind these blocks, which is a shame, but there you go. It is what it is. Can't remember whether I needed to glue the sails or not. We'll find out. And then oh, it seems to work. So then we can go do that one and that one. And then that one. I wish I knew where that music came from, because it's quite cool. It's like just got a good drum beat. A little bit of xylophone vibe going on. I need my white Kayla stuff. See, things like this, they just add the kinetic energy of the piece as well. Movement always makes things feel more alive. Right, let's see about filling that in and also bringing in the stuff that we wanted to make, because, you know, there was actually a good rational reason behind this. We weren't just doing it for shits and giggles. Grab some of you. We'll take oak, because that's what we're going to use. And well, I'm not worrying about stairs at the moment, because this has gone on way too long. Oh, I need to get up and get that thing as well, don't I? Okay. Now the question is this running fast enough? Because it doesn't look a great deal faster than anything else. Or do I need to... Now I need a gearbox now, don't I? Because I've got to change that horizontal rotation into vertical rotation. Vertical gearbox, that's what we needed. So if we were to put this just at the ground floor level, because we can, where do I want to, how do I do this? See, if I bring you straight down, the gear's gonna, I suppose it doesn't really matter. But I don't think that just does not look fast enough. I don't think you'll be able to see that from the outside. No. Then we go with the... No. With the little one. Then you've got that. And again, we can work out exact positionings of things later. That goes under that. But it's again not rotating with enough speed. Okay, I need to build a speed controller? Build it higher up. Put it straight onto one of those. Perhaps maybe that. No. That's not even able to interface at that point, is it? I am not sure. Let me check how long I've been recording anyway, because I am conscious of time. I'm also conscious of failure, but that's the thing. Now, I have taken a screenshot of the sheep farm, and I think the sheep farm looks nicer than that. I could make this one bigger with more sails. That would be an option. I presume more sails will give me more power. But I'll be back in a second. Alright, yeah, I had a quick look at the speed controller. I actually need brass, which is what I'm trying to build this for in the first place. So it's not a rotational speed controller I need. I need to gear it up sufficiently. Now, I know how to do it in Vintage Story. I'm really struggling in my head to think how to do it in Create. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of digging and try and remember, because it's a long time since I've done it. However, before we finish, because we are at 56 minutes, we have got a number of things that we have done. We've done the mixer now, so we can get those. Doesn't give me actually anything I need, but you know, that was a thing. I'm sure didn't I get a windmill? Create. I could have sworn I had. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was part of. Not seeing anything for windmills, are you? Mechanical pistons, okay, that's some stuff. I don't think any of this is windmill related. Definitely need to work out how to get that. I think that was it all, wasn't it? Yes, not many, but we got a sheep farm. We've done some stuff. We've achieved some things. So I'm not dissatisfied. I just need to work out how to do the speed thing. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.